When does the actual story of Coolman Logan, or shall I say Crack Lips, really start? What's going on in your life? Are you still in high school? Are you past high school? Are
No,
you
I
what?
started rapping like kind of like late. Um, I was that first like year and a half that I was trash. Um, I was like late teenage years, I guess, when I was trash, and I started to be pretty decent like around 20. Um, and but it was all freestyling for a super long time. It was freestyling, and the only like thing I really had was kind of humor and voice, and not to downplay that because that's a lot. Those are good things to have. But I didn't understand bars or anything. Like I have no idea. And if I flowed on a freestyle like correctly, that would be like on accident, me feeling the vibe, feeling the beat. I had no idea how to write a verse, so I would have songs, but they were like, you know what I mean? Like my first song I made was like 2000. I don't even know because it's hard to know. Like, what do you call your first song? If it's really trash, is it a song? Like,
Yes. So here's what I'm gonna go with.
hold on, let me ask you another question. If you just showed it to like 12 people, was it a song? Like if you
That's a
never
better
put it on
question.
the internet or any type of like release.
All right,
That's
so I'll
why I feel
answer
like the
your
Murder Face
question.
is the beginning of my career as a written rapper because that's the first ever
So I looked
Crackle
up what
slash
a
Cool Man Logan that
song
ever existed.
means. A song has a real definition. You know why? Because there's a difference between record of the year and song of the year. And motherfuckers wanted to argue with me about copyright, so of course I'm gonna Google what shit means. And a song is actually different than a composition. So an instrumental is actually a composition, more like an orchestral arrangement. They're not actually songs based on the traditional definition. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, for the sake of the
Yeah,
internet, this is how I
that's super
remember it.
technical. Yeah.
But like what I'm saying is I understand a song is the combination of lyrics to music, creating a
Hmm.
song experience. So this yo, what's up, Zed Z? The second you would have put the lyrics to any kind of a musical arrangement, even if it's imaginary, even if it's a drum pattern, I would argue if it's a specific arrangement of words that was meant to be put over a specific arrangement of music or sounds in a particular way, even if it never moved past the fucking writing phase. You just finished it, you were able to recite it. It was like a thing you could pull up a notepad and go at it. I would say at that moment it becomes a bad song.
Hmm.
And
Interesting.
everybody's bad song starts there. There's no such thing as a good song that doesn't. Because, yo, I know what a song sounds like before an engineer, and I know what a song sounds like after an engineer. I've gone through that process a lot. First time you get your shit back from an engineer, it's like, whoa. Right? Like, I don't care who you are. There's, even on the best
Yeah.
mic in the best room, the first time an engineer
It
does a.
sounds way cooler than it is. Like if you haven't recorded yourself before, you're like, wow, that's me. Wow, you know, and then you might be like inclined to think you made better like a better product than you did. And it doesn't
Mm,
sound like that to other people. It might sound like that to you and more your inner circle. And they're like,
yeah.
wow, it's him, or it's her, she did it. And it doesn't have to be good. Like we just like it because it's like, wow, like you did it. And
Yeah.
then like you might encourage that person to like to chase that, and then secretly you don't like none of their music, and then like it ruins your friendship with them later. I don't know.
That is an
I'm going too
interesting
deep into it
fucking
right now.
point. So I think what you said is interesting, and let's grab the knowledge nugget. I don't want to go too deep into your personal stories with personal people and name drops, but I think the fact that you said
Yeah,
people
no name
offering,
drops.
so the
Keep it
fake
positive
love,
in 2021.
it is what it is. But the part is that there is like this degree. Look, I've been at this for 8 years. It's not as long as some of y'all, but it's long enough to be able to hear a sentence like that and know exactly what it means to be like, yo, bro, why did you ever say you were down when you clearly weren't down
Yo, it's
7 years
bad. It's
ago?
really bad.
And then when you have like people, like
They
I have
laugh at
somebody,
you.
there's definitely somebody close to me that was involved in early stuff in some way or another that I had a moment with recently where I'm like, they don't even like what I do. They don't
Yeah, that's
like me
shit.
at all.
Yeah.
And I don't have any disrespect to this person. They have no obligation to like me. We had years of positive interactions together and we just went our separate ways. But I guess it was just like, maybe they never felt who I was. They just like this version of who I was. You know, all that kind of shit goes through your
They
mind
saw like
sometimes.
one other person like say one or two other people say that they fuck with you or smile while you were performing, and they thought maybe they were like, oh, you know, we'll roll with Holden and see what happens.
or the opposite, they start rolling with somebody else who doesn't like you.
Who
and
shits on you? Yeah, maybe. There's a million. That's the thing. I learned another
That's
thing.
why
If you want to talk about knowledge nuggets, you can't
I do.
analyze people's actions because people are
Big
fucking.
facts.
Let's not
And
even
I'm not.
start. Like what we said positivity in 2021. But anyway.
But what we're doing here is related to positivity because we're sharing anxieties. We're letting people know that we go through this kind of stuff too, and that they can also relate with us on that front. I'm not trying to be negative with it. I'm not saying that it's ever fair to put that. Nobody has an obligation to like me is one of the biggest lessons I had to learn, which is weird because once I learned that and I stopped caring as like, okay, I care a lot at first. I care a lot for like 8 minutes, man. For 8 minutes, it's going to ruin my fucking day if you don't like me.
That's a pretty good, that's not that bad if it's just 8 minutes.
Sometimes it's worse. Honestly, sometimes I'll have a moment and it'll ruin like 2 hours of my day, 3 hours of my day. And that's where my girlfriend becomes queen, okay? Because my girlfriend is the one who has to sit there and listen to me rant for like 2 hours about some shit that I'm absolutely not going to give a fuck after I smoke a joint about.
True.
Look, she just showed up in the chat. Haha,
she might know you better than you, like that thing.
Yeah. Well, at least she came at me 5 years ago or so, or 4 years ago, and said, I'll give you 5 years to do something with this. And if you don't do something with this in 5 years, blah, blah. We're in year 5 now starting it, and I did something with it. So shout out to her. She challenged me, and I felt like, yo. And it hit me so ethereally that we're now in this moment doing this bang out January 1st. So I don't know, man. Life is cool like that. You shout out having a cool person in your life. But
right, I was about to say that like people that like as your circle gets smaller in life, and that's what happens. And people that you do like become more important, and they're like, and you realize that you just need to be away from the people that aren't like them. And focus your energy on them and appreciate the people. And it's like less is more, you know, like, and the happiest people are not the people with like 50, 60, 70, 80 real life friends. It's the people with like 10 good ones, you know, or 5 good ones. Like, not to say you need to have like 2 friends and shit. Like, I'm not being dark like that, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just playing the numbers game at a certain point. If you know like 50 people that are your friends, probably like 12 of them are going to fuck you over. And that's like an optimistic thing.